Hi, I am Elana K. Arnold, author of Damsel and Red Hood. Damsel is a novel-length original fairy tale about a world in which, in order to become king, the prince must single-handedly conquer a dragon and rescue a damsel. That is the way it has always been. But when the damsel wakes, naked in his arms with no memory, and asks, "Who am I? Where am I?" she's basically told, "Don't worry about it. Sit there and look pretty. Don't ask too many questions." When she does, however, begin to ask questions, she finds that the world is perhaps even more dangerous after waking than before. The response to Damsel has been divided. There are people who are angry because they wanted a fairy tale and a happy ending that matches the fairy tales that they were brought up on, that makes them feel a way that is comfortable. And Damsel is not a comfortable book. It was uncomfortable to write. I imagine it's fairly uncomfortable to read. But I've also heard from a number of readers who say that the ending is triumphant and that the struggle that they go through as they read the book was well worth the triumphant ending. Damsel is a question. It's a book that says, what if everything we thought we knew about fairy tales wasn't the whole story? And the answers, like answers to any new question, aren't going to be necessarily easy. But I think they're worth it. Red Hood is a contemporary novel about a girl named Bisou Martel who, on the night of homecoming, finds herself alone in the woods under the wide full moon and must survive an attack by a creature she's never seen before. And after the attack, begins to investigate her own past, what's happening to the boys in her school, and digs more deeply into powers she has that she never knew could manifest. Like Damsel, Red Hood is a fairy tale, sort of. I think Damsel and Red Hood are thematic sisters. They are both fairy tales of sorts, although Damsel is set long ago and far away, and Red Hood is set very much in the here and now. But they both smash together paradigms of the way things have always been with a bold feminist vision of the way things should be. So I wrote Damsel and Red Hood for the same reason I write all my books, because I'm struck with an idea that seems to me too good to pass up. When I'm writing, I don't really think about my readers. I think about my own love of the story, questions of the story, and I dig into the places that feel uncomfortable to me and scary. I think teens want to read books like Damsel and Red Hood because they tell the truth about embodied femaleness. Not all the truths, of course, and not all embodied femaleness. No one book or two books could do that. That's why we need so many books told by so many different voices. But these books do tell some truths. They tell truths about what's happening inside a body, what comes out of a body, the emotions that aren't necessarily neat or pretty or tidy. And I think there's something gratifying in seeing those truths reflected in black ink on the white page. I think it's important that women have access to these books and books like these because they center embodied femaleness, female triumph, female shame, female pain, female exhilaration. But I think it's equally important that men and boys read these books too, because women are whole people. And I think that when we say that books about women should be read just by women or they're just for women, we are denying men the opportunity to see the world from half the world's perspective. So yes, I want girls and women to read my books. I want men and boys to read my books too. Hey, if I had it my way, I would want everyone to pick up and read my books.